give me a minute, so.
You're good. Just let me know when you're ready.
Absolutely. Ready when you are.
All right, so my name is John Heckert, and I'm a freshman here at Adrian this year. My speech today I wrote is regarding informing the audience on the importance of positive student-teacher engagement, as well as communication, which as a result will improve the students' results in the classroom. Sometimes it can be difficult for students to just feel motivated to attend class, and not only to show up to class, make sure you're paying attention while you're in that class. That's relevant to me because, to be frank, when I was in high school, I was a horrible student. Didn't go to class that much. When I was there, I just kind of daydreamed my way through it. And frankly, the only motivation for me to show up was so I could be eligible to play sports. So that was kind of a big deal for me in high school. And multiple sources, including berkeley.edu, show that how important teacher engagement with the students is to be able to make sure those students are showing up and paying attention and gaining the material they're supposed to be learning in class. So that kind of leads me to my first point of how important it is for a student to kind of like and respect a teacher. Typically, if you have a student who likes and or respects a teacher, they're going to pay more attention and value what the teacher is saying more in that classroom. And often they wind up taking more away from it because they're respecting the teacher a little bit more, and they believe that what the teacher is showing or presenting is evidently important information. And it usually provides more motivation for them to be at that class too, again, if they just feel more like they're going to get more out of that class. So in a famous education TED Talk by Rita Pearson, she makes the quote that kids aren't going to learn from somebody that they don't like. And I agree with that statement. I feel like sometimes you have those teachers who just don't enjoy their class, and you don't feel like you're getting much out of those classes. So on the counterpoint to that point, if you do respect or enjoy that teacher, you're much more likely to gain something from that experience. And that leads me to the second point. For the students, in a study that showed when the students do attend class, they shockingly do have better results, and those who pay better attention also have better results. And out of those students who said they enjoy a teacher more, respect a teacher more, the vast majority of the time, the reason they like those teachers is because they feel more engaged in class, whether it's through activities that make them feel engaged, games, or just whatever it is that teacher does to feel like there's more of an engaging class, as opposed to just sitting there, watching the clock, waiting for the bell to ring. So it's found that those teachers who are more positively viewed upon by students usually are involving more student engagement and ways to bring the students into discussions and the classes, just kind of leading to the point that the students typically are getting better results once they're engaged in the class with an active teacher. It also found that those teachers who go out of their way to make sure those students engage typically have better relationships with the students outside of just classroom settings, whether that's them talking about personal details, sports. They usually feel more of a personal connection with that teacher as well, as opposed to just being as strictly an education opportunity. An article by waterford.org titled "Why Strong Teacher Relationships Lead to Student Engagement in a Better School Environment." It talks more and more about the disadvantages of missing class and students falling behind. When students miss class, they often tend to start falling behind, and once you're behind, it's just harder and harder for a student to catch up, which makes it even more important that those students are showing up and feeling engaged with those teachers. Oftentimes, there's usually a certain individual or two that a student feels a really good connection to with a teacher. I know for me personally, there was a substitute teacher at my school called Mr. Hess. He was just your stereotypical old grandpa. He'd walk with his cup of coffee, but I always enjoyed talking sports with him. And his rule of thumb was if I finished my work, I get to talk with him for a little bit. So for me, that was my motivation to show up, attend class, and take care of my stuff, which kind of got me my reward in the sense of being able to talk to him. And typically those students who are struggling often need just an opportunity to connect with a teacher, whether it's engaging in a school form or engaging in just communication in general. So in review, positive student and teacher relationship and engagement is vital to a student's success in the classroom. Students are proven to attend class more frequently, pay more attention in class, and achieve better results when a teacher is correctly and properly engaging with the students in that class. So a teacher really has the power to make a big positive impact on a student's life, and I think we should be more thankful for those who do. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, John.